Are we talking about the allegations against the Speaker of Parliament, Mapisa-Nqakula, who received cash bribes as Defence Minister in terms of the allegations? And the key question is, what impact might this have on the ANC's election prospects? And also take a look at Senegal a little later on. But right now, we're going across to be joined by governance expert, and we're speaking with Professor Sam Koma. Professor Sam Koma, good afternoon to you, sir, and as always, welcome to the program.
Yes, good afternoon, Inayat. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, Prof, just when we thought that, everything is all systems go for the elections, and suddenly we have this thing about the Speaker of Parliament, Speaker Mapisa-Nqakula, cropping up, and this obviously going back to the time when she was the Defence Minister in terms of cash bribes. So, it comes at, I don't know whether one can say at an opportune time or is it a coincidence, but it has come just when parties obviously are heating up, elections, election manifestos, and campaigning.
Yes, in fact, you're quite right. This is just a coincidence that this saga has come to the fore while the country upcoming national elections scheduled for 29 May. But it's election season. We are likely to see other only incident of corruption or allegation of corruption that may be reported before 29 May 2024. But I'm saying there's a likelihood that we may see other issues bordering on corruption that are also brought to the attention of the public. But as reported in various media outlets, we know that this is a matter that dates back to 2021 in terms of the actual investigation process that was embarked upon by the NPA following a whistleblower who brought the matter before the police, and the police started working on the investigation.
Also, Prof, I think it comes as no surprise, number one, that this thing has come up, but also at the same time, we are talking of somebody who was a former Defence Minister, who is the Speaker, the current Speaker of Parliament. So we are talking of somebody, within the hierarchy of the ruling party, somebody quite high up. And we're not talking about just a member of Parliament here. And this is important to understand in terms of how the ANC, the NEC within the ANC, and the government in general, in terms of how they are going to manage the situation, because this could be critical in the build-up to the elections.
Yeah, of course, there's no doubt that this saga will have impact on the ANC election campaign and its messaging, which, of course, follows the launch of its manifesto, and top of its manifesto as part of promise and commitment is to root out corruption, to fight corruption within its own ranks and also within government institutions. But I think they are covered by the fact that internally as a party, they've put some policy measures, for example, the step-aside rule that says any member or leader of the ANC that is formally charged by criminal justice institutions is duty-bound from his or her leadership role within government and also within any other structure. So I think they have that internally as a mechanism. But also if we base this issue, we know that in 2014, the ANC shared votes to other parties as a result of the Nkandla matter. In 2019, the same obtained. It also shared votes to other parties state capture allegations, and then we know that a commission was already put in place, that is the State Capture Commission, unraveling these allegations of state capture, allegations, corruption, and also fraud in public sector institutions. So no doubt this will have an impact on the ANC.
Well, Prof, this seems to be an ongoing saga. There seems to be a pattern, as you pointed out, 2014, 2019, and now 2024, where there is a set pattern. But again, the question is, has the ANC been its worst enemy in not addressing this problem? Because this is something that's not going to go away. It's going to come up over and over again. And another issue that is going to come under the radar of scrutiny will be once the elections are over, and then looking at the candidates list in terms of already questions are being raised in terms of some of the people who appear on the hierarchy in terms of the national list, the provincial list, the regional list. Questions are already being asked as to these are questionable people. Why are their names on the list in the first place?
Yes, so you're quite right. So it has taken the ANC a long of meting out consequences against its own members and leaders implicated in corrupt activities or reported in the media for having committed corruption in state institutions. But it has resolved at its NASREC conference to say, going forward, let's enforce a rule which they call the step-aside rule as part of dealing with this demon or this organizational problem that has impacted on the image of the ANC and also its capacity to also deliver on the expectations of the electorate. So the step-aside rule, we know that relatively it's a new rule, and as part of its organizational renewal, they're saying they are working towards perfecting the rule because they've experienced challenges in terms of ensuring that there is consistency and uniformity in enforcing the rule. And that is the reason they are now faced with a conundrum around the issue of the candidate list that they've internally processed, of course, through nominations made by the branches, that you have other candidates that are said to have been formally charged and they've been ordered to step aside because that's what the rule says. Equally, you have other members and leaders of the ANC implicated in the State Capture Commission report, but they are expected to stay on their nominations until the elections and also subsequent to that. But the message they put out is to say, let due process follow, even after elections, if law enforcement agencies or criminal justice institutions intend to act on these individuals, they should be allowed to do that. So I think going forward as a party, they will have to look at how to deal with this difficulty of the very same rules and also policies they've put in place to root out corruption, but also to be seen to be walking the talk on the issue of corruption.
Prof, we're just going to go for a few ad breaks and we're going for a quick break. We'll be back with you.
Okay.
A baby was rescued, fed only powdered drink. A young girl lost her life searching for food. Children eat grass to survive and return to school on Mondays too hungry to learn, some even crying from hunger. Teachers and principals are giving what little they have, but it's not enough. This Ramadan, you can make a difference. Help us support Muslim families in Gqeberha and rural Eastern Cape. Together, we can feed hope, fight hunger, foster change. Donate to the Al-Fida Foundation. Send your proof of payments to admin@alfida.co.za for Section 18A tax certificates or contact us on 041 484 1288.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
Abu Hurairah narrated that he heard the Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, say, "In black seed there is a healing for every disease except death." This Ramadan, experience the health benefits of this ancient blessed seed by using the Tib Black Seed range. Black seed assists the body to boost immunity, regulate blood sugar levels, reduce inflammation, and act as a potent antioxidant. Experience a holistic approach to health by introducing the Tib Black Seed range into your Ramadan routine. Available in capsules, pure cold-pressed oil, and a vapor rub. Trust Tib Health Sciences for quality black seed products. For more information, visit blackseed.co.za. Available at leading pharmacies.
World-class financial services only at Sapphire Global, your financial partner. If you are looking for Islamic, Sharia, and ethical financial products, look no further. Sapphire Global offers a wide range of financial service offerings from short-term to life and investments. A full-service center with all financial requirements under one brand. Our highly skilled and experienced consultants are ready to help protect your financial future. Contact us on 041 001 0184 or visit our website on www.sapphireglobalfs.com. Sapphire Global is an authorized financial services provider.
This Ramadan, join hands with Muslim Hands to make a meaningful difference in the lives of millions worldwide. Your zakah and sadaqah can be the lifeline for those in need. Together we can nourish the hungry in South Africa and across the globe, offer clean water to impoverished communities, empower women with sustainable livelihoods, and bring relief to families grappling with the aftermath of natural disasters and conflict. Be their beacon of hope today. Connect with us at muslimhands.org.za or dial 021 633 6413 to extend your support.
Welcome to Faro Auto Investments, where luxury meets perfection. Located at 92 Rivonia Road, Sandton, on Level 2 and Level 3, our showroom is a sanctuary of opulence. Step into the realm of prestige as you explore our exquisite collection of luxury vehicles, meticulously curated to meet the highest standards of quality and sophistication. But that's not all. Introducing Origins by Faro, our sister company dedicated to offering affordable luxury vehicles without compromising on quality. Experience elegance within reach. Ready to embark on your journey to luxury? Contact us today at 011 444 9460 or email us at info@farogroup.com for more information. Ramadan Mubarak to all our valued customers. Faro Auto Investments and Origins by Faro, where luxury is a lifestyle.
You are listening to Salam Media live from our headquarters in South Africa. This is Salam Media, keeping you company this Ramadan.
Well, the time is just gone, 11 minutes to 5 as we head towards the time of Asr, the Asr Azan here in Johannesburg. And we continue with my guest, Professor Sam Koma. We're talking about Nosi Mapisa-Nqakula, the Speaker of the National Assembly. And it is clear that at this point in time, the matter she's gone to court today to challenge, obviously, her arrest. And also, at the same time, looking at the ANC, where does this actually leave the government? Professor Sam Koma has been speaking about the step-aside rule. But there are also rumblings that the ANC will continue supporting the Speaker, Mapisa-Nqakula. And obviously, if this is the case, it signals that it's not serious about stopping corruption. But if that is the case, I'm saying if it is the case, perhaps Professor Sam Koma, we could just talk about it in terms of the options. What options do the ANC or does the ANC have at this point in time? Do they just leave the Speaker to hang out and dry, leave her to the mercy of the courts? Because we know that the ANC has also got somewhat of a history of rallying together behind their comrades, and we've seen it happen in the past.
Yes, you're quite right. So I think the other point that needs to be mentioned is that, you remember, at this stage, these corruption allegations made or leveled against Ms. Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula are untested and unproven. Of course, we are yet to see how the criminal justice institutions, in this instance, the Hawks and the NPA, will process this particular matter. So at this moment, it is difficult for the ANC also to act against her, because remember, she has the benefit and protection of the law, and the law says one is presumed innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. So I think the ANC is treading carefully, and I think they will want to wait for the NPA to formally prosecute Ms. Mapisa-Nqakula. That is, then they will invoke the step-aside rule. So the step-aside rule will immediately kick in once the NPA decides to formally prosecute Ms. Mapisa-Nqakula. But within the confines of Parliament, I think there are two options available. The first option already has been initiated by the DA in calling for the impeachment motion. Of course, they call it the motion of no confidence. But the Constitution already provides that Parliament or the National Assembly may consider removal of the Speaker, but it does not specify the grounds. So we'll see how that process unfolds. Ultimately, the National Assembly will have to consider, debate, and vote on the motion. The second option, which I'm also saying it's also a bit concerning, that the public protector has not yet said anything, but also political parties within the National Assembly have not said anything about this avenue. So the public protector is competent to investigate this particular allegation of impropriety made against the Speaker of the National Assembly. The Constitution provides for these powers to the public protector to initiate investigation on her own accord or through initiation arising from a complaint made by a complainant. So a complainant could be a political party, a leader of a political party within the National Assembly. And as I said, it is quite concerning that at this stage, none of the political parties is talking about this avenue. So these are the two options that are provided for in the Constitution to look into this matter that affects the Speaker of the National Assembly. She is a lawmaker. A lot is expected from her office and herself in terms of ensuring that the integrity and credibility of the National Assembly is upheld. So we'll see how ultimately this process will be concluded by the National Assembly.
Well, I think that's important, but also on the other side, as you mentioned, a person is innocent until proven guilty, and we know that the Speaker would be entitled to a fair representation and also fair treatment by the National Prosecuting Authority, Prof Sam. And but also we know of recent history with the NPA. They bumbled quite a few high-profile cases, lack of evidence, and all of that. And here again, we are looking at another high-profile case, and especially. I think the next few weeks are going to be absolutely important, critical for the ANC in terms of, firstly, what the Speaker is attempting to do in terms of the court and in terms of her arrest and whether she succeeds or not. All of this are going to be factors in the build-up to the election.
You're quite right. All of those, because they also speak to state capacity. And I'm glad you mentioned the issue of the capacity of the NPA. We know that previously the NPA has lost cases in court, cases that get dropped due to lack of evidence. And they've mentioned publicly that one of the contributing factors to some of these problems is lack of institutional capacity within their own ranks. They've lost a lot of experienced, capable, and qualified prosecutors, but there are now attempts to recruit, to source this capacity that can then assist the National Prosecuting Authority to be able to tackle these myriad cases. You remember, already in the State Capture Commission report, in the final report, there are recommendations that says National Prosecuting Authority look into these matters and consider prosecution. So if they can't get the Mapisa-Nqakula matter right, then it means they will face difficulty in proceeding to action the recommendations contained in the State Capture report. So we can only hope that with this particular case of Ms. Mapisa-Nqakula, they are able to process it properly and also get the conviction that they are looking for, because that's what ultimately needs to happen. But also it will send a clear message that corruption is punishable by law in South Africa, no matter the rank or position or authority one holds. So that will also send a clear signal to everyone, including the electorate, being assured that law enforcement agencies have what it takes to tackle corruption, which remains one of the endemic governance challenges facing the South African government.
Just a final question, Professor Sam Koma. How is this likely to impact on other political parties campaigning for this election? And okay, we know we've spoken about the DA and the impeachment, and we know the DA is at the forefront, but also parties to the left of the ANC. We've got now the new MK party, we've got the EFF, and there are parties to the left of the ANC that would also want to be seen as capitalizing, perhaps, on what is playing out and this high-profile Speaker of Parliament, whom they've all, I suppose, most of the political parties know exactly who she is. So how is this likely to be used by some of these political parties, apart from the DA?
Yes, the parties to the left, unfortunately, not all of them are clean. For example, the new party, which is the MK party, its founding leader, which is Mr. Jacob Zuma, is implicated in the State Capture Commission final report. So, and that is the reason at the moment they are not saying anything related to this development. Because, I mean, the ANC will also counter the narrative, the other parties will also counter the narrative. So the only parties that can leverage on this, you are right, are parties to the right. Your ACDP, the FF+, the DA, and also the new political players that have come to the fore, which do not have any baggage. Your Rise Mzansi, your Action SA, and also the Build One South Africa, for example, and other formations. Those ones, definitely, they'll leverage on or capitalize on this development to their advantage, because they are preaching accountability. They want the electorate to elect them or elect their parties based on an anti-corruption ticket. But the parties to the left, unfortunately, not all of them can capitalize on this weakness.
Well, Prof, as always, it's an absolute pleasure engaging with you and obviously getting your views and having these discussions with you. And I'm sure you and I will be having a lot more in the build-up to the elections. But for now, we thank you. We do appreciate your time.
Pleasure. Good night. Great.
Professor Sam Koma, governance expert, with us this afternoon. Fascinating analysis and insight into the developments surrounding the Speaker of Parliament, Mapisa-Nqakula, and also when she was the defense minister. So this is quite interesting. It's come about at a time when we are heading close to the national elections, which is just around 64 days from now. And it's interesting to see how this is likely to impact on the ANC, its campaign, and the outcome for the ruling party. The time is just gone 5 p.m. and we're going to go for the Asar Azan. We come back, we're talking Senegal. We'll be joined by Ashraf Patel.